so they will not be attending the press conference. I hope you understand, but I think the commission was very wise to take that precautionary step. So I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank...
To your left here, Bob. Can we ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Don't get out of here so quick. You gotta earn your money. So, I guess, you know...
You won.
Exactly. And you may need Warren Buffett to pay these guys to fight through. But what is your thought on breaking, do you give them an interim fight in between, or do you think their immediate rematch again would be the right
See,
move?
my first inclination, and of course we want to figure it out, was that they should fight, each fight another fight. No tune-up fights, real fights. Because these two fights were classics that they had. You don't have to do it right away. You can wait, you can each fight somebody, earn great purses, because they're both big stars now, nobody lost tonight. And then have them fight, maybe they each fight from a different guy. Eventually, one thing you know, as much as you know that the sun is coming up tomorrow morning, is they will fight again. Now, that being said, when they'll fight again, interim fights and so forth, we'll be deciding that in the months to come.
Bob, what are the chances of that fight being in Denver, Colorado today?
Well, Denver, Colorado, you remember, we've had experience in Denver. We had a kid, Cameron was the manager, named Stevie Johnson. And we did tremendous games in Denver with Stevie Johnson. And one thing Denver has that most cities don't have is they have loads of really first-class arenas. And the Magnus Center, I remember, and the Pepsi Center. So, and they have more now, you know. So it's not that difficult to get a venue in Denver. And certainly it's a possibility. And that may very well be one of the motivating factors in having them each fight other opponents. Because I know Mike told me that his dream was to defend the title back in Denver.
And Bob, to follow up, two other questions. First of all, can you comment on the second round, and how does the second round, off the top of your head, rank with some of the great rounds?
The second round, in truth, was the best round that I have seen since the round one in Hagler-Hearns. It was a better round than either of the two rounds of Timmy's fight with Provodnikov, because those were more one-sided rounds. Provodnikov clearly won both of those rounds. But this second round was a classic. One guy won, the other guy was ahead. It was another fight more recent, was one of those Morales-Pereira fights where it went like that in a round. But this was gotta be maybe next with Hagler-Hearns, the first round, the best round I've ever seen.
And then my last question for you, Bob, is there anything to this over the last few months, even today, it had Golovkin had an unbelievable knockout. I don't know if you had a chance to see it. You had the great fight here. Last week you had Timmy Bradley and you had Pacquiao Marquez. All of a sudden you're making the matches that people wanted to see, and you're getting the kind of results that the fans want to see. Why do you think that is?
Well, fans want to see it. Fans want to see action, and they want to see exciting fights. That's what the fans want to see. Now, some people who are involved in boxing want to sign fighters and have them fight tomato cans and have networks pay to show those fights, and it goes on and on and on. But that's not what the fans want. The fans want Bradley and Provodnikov. Lou DiBella is going to be doing a fight a little later this year with Golovkin against Mack. Now, I am a promoter. I love boxing, but that fight I would pay to see. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a fight. So I think that it's not only us at Top Rank. I think that other promoters who don't have a sinecure from a particular network also have that type of mentality. So I think it's great news for boxing fans because we're going to give them competition. God damn, you see some of these games in March Madness where in the last 4 seconds somebody sinks a basket and wins the game. And it's like a nail biter right to the end. Well, that's why fans love to watch it. Fans love to watch boxing if it's exciting, if it's competitive, and not if it's a parents' fight. Now, for years, we were fed a steady diet of this kid Berto with guys that nobody remembers their names. That cost millions of dollars to one of the networks. And what did they get from it? Guts. And what did their subscribers get? The finger. And some guy who used to be in the music business raped HBO and hoodwinked the public. And that hopefully now is over. Except maybe the network that gives out sinecures. But they're second, so who cares about them? Nobody watches them anyway.
Bob, 2 questions really quickly. With Rios, Alvarado-Rios, and Bradley Provodnikov, would you say that this month was one of the better months your company has had? And then, what are your thoughts on Husker De La Hoya tweeting minutes before Rios Alvarado started that he canceled his HBO subscription?
Well, that's Oscar is absolutely, you know, one of the brainiest guys that I've ever known, and he probably did it while he was putting on those kind of leggings. No, I really mean, who the hell is Oscar De La Hoya? I mean, he's a moron. Wow.
Bob. Mr. Arum. Wow. I would like to know what is your opinion about Miguel Berchelt. Miguel Berchelt.
Well, I didn't see enough, but Fernando Beltran was raving about him, and he looked terrific, and we're going to see a lot more of him because he could very well be another star. But it's hard to, you know, the knockout was a 1-round knockout. He fought a very good guy, and but obviously they're very high hopes for him.
Could you believe 5-hour flying, 5-hour waiting at the airport, and 1 minute class?
Well, 5 hours or so. I'm going to 15 hours tomorrow on a plane to go to China, where I can't even understand what the billboards say.
Bob.
Mr. Arum, Juan Carlos Gutierrez from Peninsula de You told me 2 days ago, when I asked you your opinion about Miguel Berchelt, that you have heard from him about being the new big thing of boxing.
Yes, that's correct.
From Mexico.
But that was from Fernando Beltran, who's a promoter like me, so you can't believe us. I don't believe him. You guys don't believe me. So.
But anyway, you saw him today a little bit, you know, less than 2 minutes.
Hopefully, so what I saw couldn't have been better. So let's see some more. Hopefully we have other cards and so forth, and I know that we'll be using him in the future.
Will he have any more chances here in the States, maybe in Vegas?
Yeah, sure. But you know, we have cities in the United States other than Vegas. They're good. We know we have a lot of Texas cities, San Antonio, a lot of Mexicans.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you all for coming. They want me to offer you a presentation.